Hey, it's Michelle from Made by Michelle McGraw. This is Flosstube number 83. It is April 25th. So it has been a little bit since I've been here. I have been busy. Mainly, I have not been home once again. I said we were pretty much done traveling except for one load that we have to get out of Missouri. That's a lie. That's totally made up. Apparently, in my husband's world, we are never going to stop traveling. So we ended up, from the last time that I've been here, we finished our job in Georgia right before we went to Atlanta. That was our big haul out. We had lots of loads. Then we went to Vegas for the Con Expo with our whole family. We went out there for a week. It was a great time. I did get to go to Stitcher's Paradise, which is out there. I also got to meet up with Christy, Java Girl Stitches, and Fiona's Craft Cottage. And I so enjoyed meeting those ladies. So just a great trip overall. I have some stash that I'll show you in a little bit. And then we were supposed to have one more load out of Missouri. We were going to get it, you know, sometime when the weather broke. We knew we wouldn't hit bad weather. And my husband bought a loader in California. Apparently, there's no loaders on the East Coast that he could buy. So we did not go into California. My husband's truck is actually a 2017 Western Star. Long story short, the motor is too old to go into California. I think you can get like a one-trip permit. Anyhow, we had another company bring it to the California-Arizona line, in which we picked it up from there and then hauled it back to Charlotte, North Carolina. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see some pictures. I also have a TikTok account. It's Made by Michelle McGraw on both platforms, so you can go check those out. I will caution anybody on my TikTok, sometimes the music is inappropriate. TikTok is the fun one. It's kind of a mix of everything. And so sometimes the music is what I pick. So if you're easily offended or that would offend you, don't go to TikTok, go to my Instagram, because I don't necessarily post that on my Instagram. So anyhow, it's not bad, but you know, some people don't like certain things. And if you don't, that's fine. So there are some pictures there you can see of us hauling the loader back. Some beautiful, beautiful landscapes. It's just beautiful out west. Absolutely beautiful. So we just got back from that. We do have to go back to Texas. Texas was one of our stops. We stopped to see our buddies out there in Dallas. And we have to go back to Austin, Texas, I think. I could be wrong about that. And pick up a mechanic's truck that we bought. I don't know when that's going to be. My husband has a little maintenance on his truck he wants to do between there. There's a little something going on with it and he's trying to figure out so we can fix it before we go back. Long story short is I've not been at home. So I don't have any fully finishes, but I have been stitching. The great thing about these trips is I've been doing a lot of the ornaments because I'm trying to do the goal to 52 ornaments in 2023. Which is just a fun goal that we're doing on Instagram. There's a hashtag. Go down my Instagram. You'll see, if you see an ornament, click on it, click down the hashtags and you'll see the hashtag of goal to 52 ornaments. So it's really fun doing all those, but I also have a lot of finishes to do. And my finish basket, if I could, I'm going to have to get something bigger soon. And I'm not even lying to you. I'm looking at it. It's full. It's full. So that was the downside of my plan. I have so many finishes to do. So I will start finishing. I have some half finishes that I did last time and I just haven't fully finished them. So that might help. I might do some quick pillows and stuff to get some of it moved out because I have so much. Anyhow, we are here for the stitching and I have tons of haul. So I'm going to show you, it's been over a month. Some of this is market releases. Some of this is from Vegas. Some of this is some things that people sent me. it's a mix of everything. So I will show you that and try to tell you where I got it when I got it. Okay, so first off, I want to do the winner for the project bag from Barefoot Needle Arts. That was in our last video. I did not forget. And this bag, project bag, is going to Cheryl Florida. And I don't think I'm saying that right, but there's your name. She is out of Texas. I made a little note, Texas. I don't know why. When I wrote it down, I was like, oh, she's out of Texas. I was just there, Cheryl. Anyhow, Cheryl, send me an email. My email will be in the comment box, but it is madebymichellemcgraw@gmail.com. Super easy. Send me a message with your shipping address, and I will send that out to you. Okay. What have I been stitching? I have been stitching a lot. So the very first thing is, let me get my board. When I was out in Vegas and I was in Stitcher's Paradise, they, of course, every LNS has beautiful samples. And there was these samples in a hutch out in front. And I just thought they were so pretty. And I asked about them. I knew they were Mirabilias. I asked about them. I'm short, so I couldn't see the little tag on them. Stitcher's Paradise actually normally has a tag on all of their samples, and it says what the pattern is. I don't know if it says anything else, but it normally says the pattern at least. And so Michelle, who works there at Stitcher's Paradise, she's always so helpful, always so nice. She was like, oh, that's a free chart from Mirabilia. I don't know if they still have it anymore. So I kept looking at it. It was so pretty. I took a picture of it on my phone. I just loved it. And I got back to my hotel, and sure enough, this is a free chart on the Mirabilia site. So I can show you this because it's free. Keep in mind, I have marked this up all over the place, so I don't miss any stitches. But this is a free chart from the Mirabilia site. It is called Cherub with Tree. It's on the Mirabilia site. It's free to download. And I stitched this on 14 count under the sea. I didn't write down the name. It is a 14 count under the sea fabric because I got this at Barefoot Needle Art. I thought she's beautiful. So when I saw her stitched up, she was just gorgeous. And I wanted to stitch her. She's not that big. Let me see if I can see the stitch count here. Hold on. She is 92 by 85 stitches. So she is not that big, but she is gorgeous. She does have beads. I know that the beads never show up great on film, but she does have beads on her. She is gorgeous. Now, I did hit her slightly. I had, I have a hair in my mouth. I had printed or saved the pattern to my phone when I was out there. So I think a day later, I went back to Stitcher's Paradise. I was able, it does call for 2 bead packs and 2 Krynic. Now, I'm not a fan of Krynic, so Michelle was great. She found the Krynic for me and we matched it to Petite Treasure Braid. I find that easier to work with. So it's the greens in the tree. I just changed it out. But she is so pretty. I hope to frame her is kind of my idea, is to put her in a frame and set her on a stand at Christmas time. She was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed stitching her. It was kind of something totally different. It wasn't an ornament. It wasn't my normal, but I really, really liked her. So there are tons, well, I don't want to say tons. There are many free patterns on the Mirabilia site. I actually have another one to show you that I did because I kind of got addicted. She's down in the pile. I'll show you, but free. So that was the best part. Okay, the next one that I fully finished, or finished, not fully finished, is Christmas Hair from Barbara Anna Designs. Now, I stitched this one on 14 count, Picture This Plus. I think it's Tempest. I don't think that this color is available anymore. It might be an older one. I did change one floss just so that it showed up on my fabric more. So here's the pattern. This is from Punch Needle, Primitive punch needle and primitive stitcher. I have to get that right. This was back when I got the digital copy. So I printed out the chart. I've had this chart for a while. This is another great thing about doing all these ornaments. I have all of these charts that I really like and I want to stitch them, but then I feel like, well, I need to stitch this for so-and-so, or I need to get this ornament done. And I never get to these random ones that I really love. So here it is. And this was in the winter 2018 edition of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. And I just really, really loved him. I thought he was super cute with the little bunny, just something really quirky and different. So really cute. So that was an ornament. Oh, while I have this in front of me, I did have somebody ask me how many ornaments I have done so far. So I have done 31 ornaments. So of the 55, I've done 31, which means I have an additional 31 finishes to do. Oh boy. So far this year, I have done 37 finishes. Is that right? Yeah, 37 finishes. 31 of those are ornaments. So as you can see, I've done way more ornaments than anything else, but I have really, really enjoyed it. Okay, what is up next? So this one, I do not have the cover sheet. I think it had a cover sheet and I lost it. So I'm gonna fold it so you can see the name. This is an Etsy chart. It does say Carla Brown, and it also says Clip Art Patterns, Etsy. So I'm gonna put both of those up there so you can see. And because I lost my cover page, I actually don't know what the name of this little guy was. I just called him Green Santa. But he's super cute. He's tiny. He's like 40 by 20. He's really tiny. But he's really cute. I really enjoyed stitching him. Something different just to make a little ornament. I love different Santas. And I just used him on a scrap that I had, literally, like that's a scrap. So sometimes those patterns are really great to use those pieces of scrap up. And that's another ornament that I'll need to finish. Okay, the next one is Holy Days from Prairie Schooler. So this is the book. Now this book is kind of odd to me because it's typical Prairie School colors, but if you can see, they also add this bright blue in, which is unusual for Prairie Schooler. So I think that's kind of fun. I did the Santa holding the cookies. I would like to do more of these. I'm gonna stick, when I get done showing you guys this, he's gonna go back in my Prairie Schooler bag. I have probably like 3 or 4 patterns in there, and all the floss for them, and some murky fabric, because I always do Prairie Schoolers on murky. So I have my working copies in here. I don't know if you guys could see. This is my working copies that I photographed, so that when I'm in the truck, I don't ruin my chart. So once we go back, I'll probably start another one. But here he is. Isn't he cute? So he will be a little ornament as well. And he is stitched on 14 count murky from Picture This Plus, which is my go-to for ornaments a lot of times, especially Prairie Schoolers. I just love Prairie Schoolers on them. So my next one is not a Christmas finish. This is actually from the book. Hold on here. Let's see. Yes, okay. Brenda sent me this chart. Little did she know this is one of my unicorns. So thank you, Brenda. This is Holiday Friends from Needle Love. And I have in the past done these pilgrims as stand-ups. I wanted to do Lady Liberty and Uncle Sam. They also have a bunny, a witch, and then an angel. I think the angel is on another chart too. I know this one and this one is on other charts. So I stitched these in the truck, which was really fun because I did them on 7 count, which is what's called for. This is Lady Liberty. And it's really fun because I could see the holes really great. And then I had to switch from 7 count down to 14 count. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so small. It's not, but I had been stitching on 7 count. Yeah. So I hope to make her into a stand-up. And here is Uncle Sam. Let me see if I can move her over and show both of them at the same time. Yes, there you go. Aren't they adorable? I cannot wait to finish these into stand-ups. Love them. I do use 6 strands when I stitch on 7 count. So it does use a lot of floss, but they're not that big. So they go pretty quickly, so they're fun. Needle Love is out of business, or I think she designs quilt stuff now. So I know she's still around. I know she designs. I believe the store, it's in Florida, something cupboard. Oh, somebody's yelling at me, I know. It's something cupboard out of Florida. She has the printing rights for those patterns. So contact her. I think if you do cross stitch plus Florida plus, is it cross stitch cupboard? It should pop up. And I want to say, I know the lady's name who owns the store and I cannot think of it offhand. Anyhow, if you tell her you want that pattern, I think she can help you out. Pretty sure she has it available. And I don't know if you'd get the book or if you would just get those 2 patterns. I don't know how she's doing it. I have no idea, but you could definitely ask. Okay, the next one that I have fully done is Jolly Claus from Stitching with the Housewives. Whoops. And there's a Mrs. Claus. You will see her in a little bit. She's a whip still. So I stitched this on 14 count chalkboard Aida. It is a stiff Aida, but there you go. This chalkboard in this thing is making it look more black. It's more dark gray. So I don't know if anybody has stitched on that or wondering what it looks like. Let's see if I can try to, I don't think it's gonna show up great. It's actually a dark gray, but it's not black. It's nice to stitch on if you need in place of black. I think that's a Witchell fabric. And I just used the called for on that. Okay, this is my last finish and it's a big one. Well, kind of big. This is the Hula Dancer from Mirabilia. And she is a free pattern on their website. Let me show you the pattern first. And she is free on the website. She's so pretty. So I have wanted to stitch her for a while, and so I did. So I stitched her on 14 count microscope from Fabric Flair. I got this from Stitchery Express, Cindy. She's very, very helpful. Love, love, love this fabric. So there she is. Now I'll go in and show you up close, but let me tell you a couple things. First of all, I did the fabric. Why did I use this fabric? One, I wanted the colors on her skirt because they are so pretty to really pop. So I wanted something whitish, but not pure white. To me, this looked like ash in the background. So I loved that, thinking of Hawaii and you know, their fires and everything, the volcanoes, not only that, but you know, like when you'd see a hula dancer. That was totally mumbled, but you know what I'm saying. So this fabric, I was like, oh, this is perfect. Now, I did not have, I don't have the actual chart. I just have the color sheet. There are 3 or 4 water lily colors called for, and then there are 4 bead colors called for. Now, I did not have those, and I did not order them. So what I did was I went online and I saw the bead colors and the water lily colors, and then I picked from stash stuff, something that I had. So mine is slightly different than what it calls for, but I think she looks great. Let me zoom in. So if you could see all her beading. Oh, I did get the flower beads. So there's 3, let me see where I can, oh, one there. If I dangle it, you can see they're very, very reflective. I did order those because I didn't have a substitute for those. So I had beads that were red, which is what was called for. I used my beads. I also had some beads, they called for like a brown root beer color bead. I had some beads that were almost identical in color. I don't think they're Mill Hill, but they're identical almost, and I used those. This is stitched with a variegated floss, and I just used a variegated floss that I had that looked very similar. There's also a variegated floss in here that was a water lily. I had something that was very similar in a different silk. What else? Oh, so down here in her skirt, these are supposed to be the long beads. I think they're called bugle beads. They're supposed to be long beads. I'm not a fan of bugle beads. The reason why I didn't use, well, I'm normally not a fan of them. The reason why I didn't use them on here is this is Ada. So to get that long thin bead, if you know what I'm talking about, it's a Mill Hill bead. I would have had to pierce the Ada at the top and the bottom in the exact same spot to get that bead to lay straight. And I thought, that's a lot of beads to have to do that with. So what I used is Petite Treasure Braid. So you get some of the sparkle. You can see it down here, in here, in here. I use Petite Treasure Braid so that you get the sparkle, but not have to mess with those beads. So this was a great stash buster project, and that's what I wanted to share. Like, you don't have to have everything that the pattern calls for. See what you have. I've had these beads. I have a big bead container, and I've had them in there. And I thought, well, why would I go and buy more beads when I have these and they'll work? And I really need to use them. I beaded this all the way, and I still didn't even use half of what I had in my container. So it was a good thing to use those up, or use some of them, I guess I should say. She is gorgeous. She is gorgeous, and I love her. I'm hoping to do her as a stand-up. We'll see if that works out. But I think she'd be gorgeous as a stand-up. So, and that was another thing. With her being a free pattern, I didn't feel as though I was obligated, like, oh, it has to be framed and all this. I kind of had fun with her. So look on the Mirabilia site because there are some gems on there. Okay, what are my whips now? So I actually don't have too many whips, but I'll show you what I have. So I have Gigi at the Shore by the Bay Needle Art. I'm stitching this on 14 count Picture This Plus Arctic, which I have fallen in love with Arctic, and I can't find it anywhere. So now I want another piece of Arctic, and can't find it. Maybe it's an old color. Whoops, I dropped my card. Okay, so this is where I'm at. Now, I started with Gigi, and I thought about that was my dog, not me. I thought about making her into a stand-up, and I still might. I'm gonna bring her in, put a little, like the crab at her feet, a little bit of the shoreline. I don't know, I have enough room on the fabric. I may end up just stitching her all and just putting her in a frame out. I don't know, I haven't decided, but there she is. She's super pretty. Her hair is a lot of fun. I don't have too much done, but she's very, very, very pretty. So we'll see where I go with her and what I end up doing with her. Okay. I also started American Primitives from Teresa Kogut. And let me see if I can find the pattern in here. So here's the pattern. Let me Now I did change it. You can't see this on camera. It says American Primitives up here. I didn't necessarily want it to say that, so I just added more stars. So that's why it's kind of a weird progress. I am stitching this on 14 count XJU Designs Deep Red. Now this is a gorgeous red fabric and I'm loving it. There's the whole piece of fabric. Isn't that gorgeous? I added 3 stars. So that's why I kind of dropped down to do the stars, and I dropped down to do the flags and the top of the hat so I could see where to put my stars. And then I have a lot of background fill in to do. So that's kind of not tons of progress. I actually have put this one away for the season. I don't know that I'm going to get back to her this one or not. So it'll go on the shelf for next year, but that's okay. Okay, what's the next one? The next one I started is another ornament. I've done one of these. I showed it before. This is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from Dimensions. This is an older kit. I don't know if you could still find it. I've tried to find this out there. I've seen a couple places, but it looks like it's out of stock. I stitched Rudolph before, so I started on Santa. I don't have much of a start. I'm using the same peppermint candy stripe from Fabric Flair. It's not impressive. I don't have much progress. That's the top of his hat. That's all I got done on him. But I have enjoyed him, and I love that fabric. So I got to start on the next one. Okay, and then the next one, my last whip that I did is Merry Mrs. Claus. And that goes with the Jolly Claus that I showed you. Let's see if I can find the pattern though. Yes. From Stitching Housewives. I am a sucker for a Mrs. and a Mr. Claus. She's on the same chalkboard Ada as he was, and that's my progress. Oops. Oh my goodness. She's super cute. So those will go back into my bag when we go in the truck, and I will finish those up then. I'm trying not to work on projects like that when I'm at home because they do travel so well. So some of those projects are kind of hanging out there, needing to be finished, but there's such great truck projects. I don't want to do them where I'm at home. I could do something more challenging at home. Okay. Yikes. Stash. First of all, I wanted to show, I was able to find this book. I actually did one of these and I finished it and I showed it. And I did not know where the charts came from. I found them in my mom's stash. I had no idea. I actually was able to get a copy of this book. This is an out of print book. It does go for big money. The one that I found did not go for big money. And it is Christmas Tapestry in Cross Stitch from Ingrid Palmgren. So it is beautiful patterns. They are all red silhouettes and they start in year 1957, and it looks like they have the patterns all the way to 2000. And they are just gorgeous. Let me show you some of these without showing the pattern. Let me put this up because it's one page pattern. I know that you can get these used on eBay. I'll try to see if I can find the one that I've done before. Like, here's the Three Kings. Now these are quite big patterns. I stitched mine on 18 count and it's a big pattern. They will be pillows because they're just so big as ornaments. Let's see here. They're just all different kinds. I'm trying to find some that are really different. That's from 1972. This is a very pretty angel too. Very, very pretty. I was so happy to be able to get the book. Like I said, I've had these patterns, but I didn't know where they came from. So I was able to get the whole book, have all of the patterns. I did not have all of them. I'm trying to find the one that I completed. There's so many good ones I could show you. I mean, there's non-religious ones too. Well, these are still kind of religious because they're lighting the candles. But there's a lot of really, really great ones. Okay, I can't find the one that I did. It was Mary and on the donkey. Let's see. Oh, here it is. This is the one I finished. I love that. But there's tons in here. Just some great, great patterns. So anyhow, I was very happy when I was able to grab this book and be able to have the book, and I didn't pay an arm and a leg for it. Although I will tell you, an arm and a leg is what you pay for it normally. Someone emailed me a while back, and I don't think I have the email anymore. They say that her patterns are available on a website that is out of, it's a foreign website. You can use the translator on it and you could order her patterns. I'm not sure if all the patterns are there, but some of them. So you might have some luck. Let me show you her name again. Right there. So you can Google that and try to find some and see if you can order the patterns off there, or maybe you can find the book as well. The book is wonderful, don't get me wrong. All right, so let's go over what did I get when I was out in Vegas. So I got Rudolph the Typeface series from It's So Emma. I also got Home Sweet Haunted Home from Primrose Cottage. I got Blessed Bee from Brenda Gervais. I got a really cute needle minder of Hello Kitty. Let's see. Some of this you're not going to care about. Like, I got fuzzy thread. I did get a great floss drop from Stitcher's Paradise. I loved that. And it's in the shape, ooh, it's in the shape of the Vegas sign. So I thought that was really cool. I got this Land of Liberty, it says Land of Liberty bag, and this is from Shepherd's Bush, which is a little kit. I did get a corner gauge from Stitcher's Paradise. I like these corner gauges. I also like to stick one in my to-go bag so that I have it. Let's see, what else did I get? Be the Rainbow in Someone Else's Cloud from Lizzie Kate. What is this? Be the Rainbow is the name. This Lizzie Kate was Home is Where Our Story Begins. I think that's really cute. This is Birds of a Feather Honesty. This is a Lizzie Kate Hats Off to Halloween. This was Bent Creek Snappers, and it's just called Halloween. But I loved this because it's the little trick-or-treaters with the house. I just think that's so cute. I actually want to do the Judith Kirby houses. The Halloween houses is an older chart. I want to do that one this year. This is a kit, and kind of a kit. It is Santa's Magic Key from Sue Hillis Designs. And it comes with the key part and the binding. So I think that's cute. This is a chart that someone is borrowing from me. I don't know why it's in that bag. This is Prairie Schooler Just Hatched. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, so I did get I thought I had all of them. Maybe I didn't get all of them. I did get the hands-on design, what are these called? Polar Plunge. So I got the finishing boards for them from Chantel. They had them in the store, so I bought them. And then I bought Wally the Walrus. This one is Whale Hello There. And this one is Polar Bear Peak. I think those are really cute. I also got Harvest on Dahlia Ridge. I think this is really pretty. This is Heart and Hand. I love those quirky flowers. I'm not a huge flower person, but sometimes those quirky flowers I love. This is Spring Awakens from With Thy Needle and Thread. That was a new market release. I hadn't got it. And I believe this one was too. Robins Are Here. So I picked that up there. I also got Bent Creek Each Day Provides Its Own Gifts. I think it's called Each Day Row. And another Bent Creek. No, this is Trilogy Cottage in the Meadow. I also got 2 stitchable trays out there, which are super fun. I have some plans for these. If you don't know, they snap up and make like a little cup holder. So these are really fun. And then I got Cookies Make Life Sweeter, and this is Sue Hillis Designs. Okay, so that was my Vegas haul, which was way back. And then I have random haul. So I got the Gypsy Quilter, the original Gypsy Gripper from Fat Quarter Shop. I have heard great things about this, and I think for cutting large fabrics, this will help. So I haven't tried it out yet. I don't know. We shall see. Okay, so I did get some orders from Primrose Cottage on Etsy. I would rather be stitching, and that goes with their bee themed stuff that's all the same color, which I love their colors on this. I also got Heart and Hand Honey of a Tiny Town, and the other one Honey of a Thrill. That's like a companion piece. So I got those. I saw somebody online do this chart using these colors. Brilliant. Brilliant. I did not make note of who it was. So sorry. If that was you, please tell me it was you. So I can go back and look at it because it was beautiful. I also got Welcome to the North Pole from Primrose Cottage, which by far was my favorite chart that was released at market. Loved it. This was my #1 pick. I got 2 pieces of Lugana. This is Vintage Atlantic, 32 count. And then this is Blue, 25 count. I also got some ribbon pack from Primrose Cottage. That's exactly how it came. I haven't dug into it, but lots of different goodies in there. I think this is 2 packs, if I'm not mistaken. I think this was a buffalo check pack, and then this was a rickrack pack. I also got some C buttons from them. Primrose Cottage on Etsy carries the best buttons. So if you're looking for some embellishments, they are awesome. Oh, I also got some charcoal gray Lugana. Okay, so now this is my hodgepodge of stuff. I will try to tell you where I got it from if I remember. I got a little ruler fat quarter shop. I haven't even got the stuff off, but it's a little, I think it's a 1" by 6" ruler. I got some needles. Now, I like these pony black needles from Fat Quarter Shop. My favorite needles are ball tip needles, but if you do anything that is on bigger count fabric, I like these needles. So, I also got the Chicken Club needle minder. Sorry, that went out of my mind. I got this one that says, oops, I did it again. It's a little needle minder. It's supposed to be Britney Spears, super cute. And then I got Lady Claws. Super, super cute. Okay, these are random. The sun is coming in, it's in my eyes. Take my glasses off so it's not reflecting. Okay, this is Silver Creek Sampler's Jurassic Perk Coffee. I just think this is so cute. Okay, now some of these charts came from Lori. She sent me a big box of stuff. And so some of these that are mixed in here are from Lori. If I remember that they're not from Lori, I'll try to tell you. These are ones that I saved for myself. I had another set that I took to our local stitching group. The ladies loved it. They so enjoyed. So they were able to dig through that box. And then I still have some left that I'm going to do as giveaways. So this is from Tralala. I can't pronounce the names of their charts, but it's super cute. There were 2 Sampler of the Month charts. I only have a couple of them, so I saved these because I did not have those. Roveris Acorn. That's a good chart too for the fall. Now these I actually, hold on, let me grab these out here because it's a series. I have actually wanted to buy these. I've had them in my chart or my cart and I did not. They are hands-on design, the laundry ones, and I love them. And she had them in the box, and so Lori, those stayed with me. Also, Roveris Crow, I love that. Let's see, I saved this one. There's actually 2 charts in here. So let me pull this out so you can see both charts. Okay, this is By the Bay Needle Art, and actually 3 charts. So this is titled River. And you can do these charts, the picture's coming off the first one. You can do these charts like all as one, or you could do them individually. I love these. By the Bay does several series like that, and they're really, really cool. I did not have the Title River one, so really love those. Those were in there. This is, I ordered from 123 Stitch, T-Rex, no, yes, T-Rex, because it kind of goes with the coffee one. I think they're really cute. This is I Do from Bent Creek. I'm not a fan of the colors, but I really, really like it, and I think with some changes, it'd be really pretty. Let's see, oh, this one is Merry Christmas from Cottage Garden. Now, I really like that Santa on skates, and I want to do him as a little single, like a little ornament. I think he's so cute. I also got these 2 Sue Hillis designs, Hoop de Doo, and one is called Happy Holidays, and the other one is Mistletoe. And I think they're really cute. Of course, I love a Mr. and Mrs. Claus, and then those little drummers are so cute. Little toy soldiers are so cute. This is Chicken Club Beatrix from Bee in My Bonnet, Fat Quarter Shop. That came, I get their club. This is a kit from Lizzie Kate. It's Jingle All the Way. This is something I got off of Stash and Load. I remember that. And it's a whole kit. So that was cool. I don't remember where I got this one from. Bent Creek. This one is called Uber Jack. But I don't remember where I ordered it from. Maybe 123 Stitch. This is Spring Bunnies from Adorables. And this one goes in the house that you can get. And see, the little finishing piece looks like a house. I love that. Where's the finishing piece from? Stitch Etc. This is Fairy Wool in the Wood. This is Gingerbread Bakery. I really love her charts. I've done several of them. This is also Mary in her little series. I love this too. From Fairy Wool in the Wood. I always mess up her name. I also got the 2023 Santa from Prairie Schooler. Okay, now this one I actually kitted up. I do really want to do it. It is from Praiseworthy Stitches. It is Joy to the World. And it is a whole Christmas scene, and I love it. It has a manger in the middle. I just love this whole chart. And I kitted it. Which means I need to start it at some point. I need to start it and get it in a bag. Even if I only get a couple stitches in, I need to start it. I've never done a Praiseworthy Stitches, but I have several other charts, but I've never done one. Okay, balancing. This is this is a chart from a magazine that I got for $1. I thought that was cute. I believe this magazine was in Lori's box, so I saved it. There is so many in here I love, but that one right there is adorable. I love the bus, the double-decker bus. That is so cute. She also had Snow Friends in there. And while I wouldn't do it as a strip, I would do them in, I would do like part some out. I think they're really cute. They're cute little snowmen. She had a My Big Toe design, Battle Hymn of the Republic. Very, very pretty. Calico Confectionery Marshmallow Row. They're so cute. This one I ordered probably 123 Stitch. It's Dirty Annie's Morticia's Second Line is what it's called. I love the hearse for Halloween. I don't know if I would do it charted just like this. My idea was to kind of do the hearse, kind of like a parade down the road. I thought that would be cute. So maybe not these dancing here, but do a long strip. I think that would be really cute. I also got Miss Harriet Hare Cotton, which is from the Primitive Hare. She would be adorable as a stand-up. Not this year. I'm done in spring. This is probably from Amazon. Cooler Designs 555 Christmas cross-stitch designs. Now, this is a book. There are tons and tons. And I wish I could show you. Maybe they have another... there is a fireman Santa in here, if anybody has a fireman in their life. I'm trying to find a picture where it's not just the chart. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is one. But you can divide those up and do those as individual ornaments. Let me see if I can find maybe one or two more. There's so many in this book that are not shown. And that's why, like, I don't even think it matters. This is gorgeous. It's all different kinds of Santas. And you could just pick those Santas out and do those. St. Nick over here. I love this. So each section has like a picture that the chart has, and then it has tons more behind it that are not listed. Let me see if I can find that Fireman Santa one. Probably not. Here's a religious one. Love all that. I should have had this. There's actually a fire truck. Is that a fire truck? Hold on. Yes, a whole fire truck. That's, no, it's just a truck. I thought it was a fire truck. Just a truck, but it's really cute. Let me see in this section what the main picture looks like. No, it doesn't have the different ones in here, but it's different Santas. I think I already showed that. So anyhow, there's more in here. This was a thing off of Stash Unload, and it's a Dimensions Advent calendar, and it's religious with the manger, and then it has all the people down below. I really thought that was cute to do them as small ornaments. I also ordered Hands-On Design Let's Talk Summer. I did not have this one, so I ordered that one. Okay, what fabric did I get? This is a lot of haul. Okay, I've got some Fiber on the Whim Lugana. I got Cappuccino. That's showing up pretty good. Mint. Milk and Honey. Now, I will say I like their Lugana Milk and Honey better than their Ada Milk and Honey. This is like a creamy tan. It's, I mean, they're both pretty, but I like it in Lugana slightly better. I don't think you can go wrong with Fiber on a Whim. This is my Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month. I also ordered a yard of Picture This Plus Tyco in 16 count. And then Fiber on the Whim, this is 16 count Hibiscus. Now this was for me to try. This was a company that I've never ordered from before, and it's Barber Creations. She is from overseas. This may be my new black favorite fabric. Let me get the names right. Old Witch Cape. This is 16 count. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I also got it in 14 count. There you go. You can see it better that way. Isn't that gorgeous? I also got it in 20 count. I got Deer Fur in 18 count. That is a pretty color. This is Tin Roof 14 count. It's a, yeah, that's showing up good. It's a gray, dark gray. She sent a ribbon. And she also sent a floss color shamrock. Very pretty. And then I got Old Witch Cape in 18 count because I was looking for black. That is perfect. This one I don't remember ordering because it's opalescent, and I don't order opalescent, but it is pretty. Deep Sea. Okay, two more stash things and then I'm done. Okay, this is what I ordered off of Amazon. Super excited when it came. My husband's like, who ordered crayons? And I'm like, they're not crayons. They are twistable color pencils. Now, why would I use twistable color pencils? Well, if you saw my Mirabilia, I mark up the chart. this is what I use to mark up my chart. They twist up. They're like crayons, but they're thin. So you can actually mark off in the lines and you can still see through it. So let's say you make an error, you can still see your chart through the twistable colored pencils. So I needed to replace some of mine. Some of mine I've used up and some of them are in different bags. I also don't worry about these melting in a bag. Now, I don't know if I would leave it in the car in the middle of the summertime. In the South, that probably isn't a great idea, but they're twistable colored pencils. So I don't know, but I don't leave it in the car. But anyhow, this is what I use. I bought a new set of those. Okay, my last thing is a new bag from Deborah Harry. And as y'all know, she rescues a lot of stitching and puts them on her bags. This is the very first bag. I think it's called a, it doesn't have it on there. I think she calls this the large flat bag. And I've never tried this size from her. So it doesn't have the gusseted bottom. This is another one of her bags. And it has the gusseted bottoms. Now, this is my favorite bag. I will say that. This last time when she had her sale, she had flat bags. And I thought, well, let me try one. So I got the little pig. Isn't he so cute? And I love that she rescued somebody's stitching. And I'm going to use this and love this. So I'm going to try that size. I do really, really like the gusseted bottom one. That's my favorite size. But I'm always up for something new. The reason why I like this is, and I'll give you a peek inside my bag. It's not pretty. So in this bag with my Stitching Housewives, I have patterns. I have my pattern holder. I have a bunch of fabric. And there's my hoop that I'm working on. And I think there's extra patterns in here. And it all fits in my floss. And I really, really like that when I travel. So I can put multiple patterns in one of these bags. Great bags from Deborah Harry. She is on Etsy. Let me show you her name. So in case you were wondering. There you go. Love them. I love them. I love her whole concept of saving stuff. So that is my haul. And that was my stitching. Now, what are my plans? I am going to finish Gigi by the Shore, or at least get some more progress on her. I do want to start stitching fall soon. I really, really want to do the Judith Kirby, the 2 houses with the trick-or-treaters. They're called house like 7 and something. I don't know. That's probably wrong. I probably made that up, so don't listen to me. I will show it in a future video. But it is an old Judith Kirby pattern. I do know that there is a stitching store that has the rights to her patterns, so they can print them. So you can still get a Judith Kirby pattern. I don't remember the store, but if you Google it, they come up. Judith Kirby patterns, and then I think you just put that in there. Maybe Halloween house, and it'll come up. And you contact the store. So that's a really great one because they're old patterns, but I really want to stitch that. So I do need to move on to fall eventually. So I think once I finish Gigi, I'm going to move on to fall stitching. I'm still going to stitch ornaments. I'm making great progress. I still have to do my kids' ornaments. I have not started on my kids' ornaments yet for this year. That's kind of my July plans. Once July hits, I will stitch Christmas most likely full time, which means I will go back to stitching my nativity, my Jan Lynn nativity pieces. I will go back to stitching hometown holidays, and then I will stitch 4 ornaments for each of my kids. So plus Mackenzie, which is my son's fiance. So that's 16 ornaments right there that I have to do. I also do my niece and my nephew an ornament. I already have their ornaments picked out. I already know what I'm doing for my niece and nephew. I'm doing a continuation of some patterns I did last year. I did my nephew a great white shark, and I have a pattern that had like 4 different great whites in it. So I'm going to do him another one. he has a beach themed Christmas tree. So I'm going to do that. And then my niece loves Harry Potter, and she has a Harry Potter themed Christmas tree. So she'll get another person out of the Good Morning Maui pattern that's Harry Potter. So I'll do her another person, probably Professor Snape, because she likes him. So I have some things picked out for my kids. I'm going to do a Vegas pattern for everybody. I will do a religious pattern. I haven't picked those out yet. I like to do just a Christmas pattern for them, probably a prairie schooler. And then the fourth pattern is generally something unique to them. It might be a pattern that just hits me and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to do this for them this year. Or it might be, I don't know, it could be something totally random. So I haven't decided on that yet either. So those are my stitching plans that I have upcoming. Like I said, we do have at least 2 more trips. I'm just going to say it's going to be more than that. Oh, good gosh, this man. My husband just really enjoys it. And it's a great way for our boys to run the business with us being more hands-off, but yet still there in case they need us. So, you know, still there for advice. They still call dad, hey, what do I do? And we're picking up stuff for our business. So we're still doing stuff for the business. So anyhow, that is that. I have a mess on the floor to clean up. I have a mess on my table. I don't normally have that much haul, but it's been a while. And also I do truck shopping. And some people are like, oh, you're shopping for a new truck? I'm like, no, I'm shopping in the truck that I'm riding in. That's what I call truck shopping. So I get bored. It's too bumpy in the truck at that point and I can't stitch. And then I see something random and I'm like, oh, let me go look that up. And that's how I ended up with all this stash. So anyhow, thank you for hanging out with me. My giveaway winner, contact me. And I hope to be back with finishes finally. Finally, that's my goal next time, is to have some finishes for you. So happy stitching, and I'll see you soon.